All right, so today is September 16th, and back in 1991, on September 16th, Nirvana played at the Beehive, which was a record store in Seattle. It used to be at Peaches, and they did basically like an in-store. It was before Nevermind was released. It was the day that the single was released. So Smells Like Teen Spirit was released that day. So it was the record release. Anyway, and my friend Matt and myself and Ryan drove up there. Matt had a video camera, and he was interested in videotaping the in-store, the Beehive, and he's the one that videotaped the video that's it's pretty well known now, I guess, for a live Nirvana video. I'm halfway responsible for that. I had talked to Chris earlier that day when we found out that the in-store was happening, and I asked him if we could record it. Of course, he didn't care. So we headed up there, and this is my copy from Matt. So this is actually a first generation from the master, and I have exactly what was on Matt's tape, and he had recorded Soundgarden at the Capitol Theater, and then the Mudhoney, which was at the Underground on University Avenue. And anyway, so I videotaped a little bit that night, just only about like 5 minutes. There's one point when it goes to Fisheye, and I videotaped that. The rest, I think Matt videotaped. I don't know if Ryan videotaped any. So we rolled up there, and when we got to the show, it was a little bit before. I wanted to say hi. Those guys had just been in England doing some shows, and I wanted to say hi to Kurt and say hi to them. So we got there a little earlier, and it went down. There was kind of like a downstairs area there, and Kurt was down there, said hi to him and everything. Anyway, Dave had forgotten his hi-hat stand or left it somewhere, so he didn't have a hi-hat stand. So Matt's band practiced right up the street there. So he knew that there was a drum set up there, and there was a hi-hat stand. So we went up to his practice place to get the hi-hat stand, and we go in. He just reminded me of this. I just saw Matt in Vancouver. He reminded me of this, that we went in, and the drummer in his band was playing the drums, and we literally we were like, hey, we gotta take that hi-hat stand. And he said that Dave was like, oh my God, no, don't stop him from playing the drums. And I guess we were just all gung ho on getting the hi-hat stand, is Nirvana's playing, right? So it was all good. I think he came down to the show too. If I'm not mistaken. They packed as many people in there as possible. And that set was absolutely freaking amazing. I remember you were so close to. Dave was playing so fucking hard during Something in the Way. I mean, if you watch Something in the Way on that show, he is playing so fucking hard. It's ridiculous. I don't know if I'd ever seen a drummer play that hard. I mean, like literally. You can see there's bends. There's actually dents in his. There's a dent in his cymbal. I mean, it's actually kind of bent. I don't know if he it was bent because he played so hard, or it was bent some other way. But and there was the scene where the mic kept like the mic stand kept falling or whatever, falling down, and Kurt would like start singing up like that, and it's like I think everybody wanted to help, but then it's also like you could tell Kurt was actually enjoying it, like it was part of like, oh, I'm gonna fucking do it like this, you know, I'm just gonna keep rolling. Or there was like broken strings, and then of course there's the oh yeah, one of the broken string moments. There was they did Green Manalishi, which was that's a Fleetwood Mac song, and I think Chris was even singing that a little bit. There was a video that somebody posted where somebody else back in the crowd got a little bit of footage. It's very still footage from. And they had pieced this video together with that one. And I was thinking, I'm like, oh man, I wonder if you can see me and Ryan and Matt there, because we're like all the way in the side. Well, you can see where the film's from. So, but in the other guy's video, there's a hair right there. But there's a second where I'm almost positive I see myself like walk by. You see, because I had kind of long, like scraggly dark hair then, and like a quick like, oh, you know, like anyway. I think it's me. I'm just briefly there for a second. And I remember that was one of the first times that I saw Kurt signing autographs, and I remember like I was getting ready to leave, and Kurt's sitting outside, and everybody had bought the single, the CD, really, like everybody had CDs and singles of you know, the Smells Like Teen Spirit and what is it, Even in His Youth, and anyway, and people were giving him, you know, paper and stuff to sign, and I just remember like being like, what's going on? This is crazy, you know? Kurt's like signing autograph. I mean, like literally, it just didn't really register. I mean, they're, you know, the idea of Nirvana being a freaking massive band had not happened yet. You know, it was close, right? But it just didn't really, you know, I mean, so that was crazy. My memories. Anything else? I remember it just being like, you know, you couldn't hear the vocals very well, but it was really heavy. Like that's like I was saying, is that's almost the loudest I've ever heard anybody ever play the drums. It seemed like. I mean, it was just like, holy shit. And I mean, I had seen Dave play with them a couple times before that, even, and it's still like, you know, maybe it's just because they just got back or something, and I think they just played the Reading Fest. See that just, it was, they were really big over in Europe before, you know, before Nevermind. I think they were bigger in Europe before Nevermind came out, but not mistaken. Not huge, but I think that might have been the tour that really was the beginning. You know, those shows over in England. Yeah, so yeah, that was amazing. So anyway, there's that. Yeah, what is that? 33 years ago. I have to do my math, something like that. 32 years ago, 33 years ago. Anyway, yeah, all right. Well, you guys all take care, and we'll talk again soon. I'll try to tell some more stories. I think it's Nirvana story time again. I forgot to tell the rebar story a few days ago. Maybe I'll tell that one. I'm a little late. All right.